Hi everyone, today I'm going to be talking about why abortion should remain legal in the United States, with Donald Trump announcing his backing for Supreme Court justice this week. There has been a lot of arguments heating up between pro-choice and pro-life activists. Everyone is wondering what is at stake with a more conservative judge possibly coming into play that will be on Trump's side, and he has outwardly spoken how he feels about abortion throughout his campaign. So, as a woman myself, I am very aware of what is at stake and how important this topic is, and we should all be aware of how important it is to allow women to have a choice in their reproductive rights, because if it doesn't affect you directly, it could affect someone you know, someone you love, and someone you really care about. So today I'm going to review why abortion was initially legalized, how it is important because it helps to ensure women's safety in their health, and how restrictions on abortions actually make things worse. So abortion was initially legalized in 1973 in the Roe v. Wade case of the U.S. Supreme Court. An unmarried woman filed a lawsuit against the state of Texas because there was a law in place prohibiting abortions because her life was not at risk in the pregnancy. She felt this violated her right to privacy, as she did not have the right to choose whether or not she could have the child, according to the National Abortion Federation's history of abortions. They decided it was not right for the state to interfere in her decision. It should be between her and her doctor. And since then, there have been many other cases revolving around women's reproductive rights that have helped to expand their rights, but also there have been many cases that have threatened to take rights away as well. With there still being many threats to pro-choice, it is important to know how crucial it is for a woman's health and their safety to be able to have a choice with what they do with their bodies. So women who do not have the legal right to pro-choice are inclined to seek out unsafe methods out of desperations, and this can threaten both their health and safety when trying to terminate pregnancy. When a woman seeks out illegal abortion methods, which are sometimes referred to as back alley abortions, they run the risk of death, infection, and sometimes they are even performed by untrained practitioners, and this is really frightening. We do not want people getting medical help from people who are not trained to do so at all. 47,000 women die each year due to unsafe abortions, according to the American Prospects June 2015 article. This is what happens when abortions are outlawed. We do not want people to die more often because of unsafe abortions, and if we make them illegal, this number probably will raise, and we do not want to see that happening. Before Roe v. Wade, illegal abortion rates could be as high as 1.2 million per year, according to the National Abortion Federation's history of abortion. So if that many illegal abortions are happening, it would only make sense that the number of deaths would go up as well, because they really are not safe, especially when they are not performed by trained medical practitioners. Before abortion was legalized, women would also try to self-inflict abortion if they were unable to seek one of these back alley abortions. These were also highly dangerous. These could include drinking toxic chemicals, trying different herbal mixes, which can be really harmful to your body. They also would try to cause external injuries with sharp objects or cause blunt trauma to themselves, hoping that due to this force, the body would not be able to support the pregnancy any longer. We do not want to see people revert back to these ways either. We do not need women intentionally hurting themselves to try to end a pregnancy that either do not want or cannot support. So we really want to make sure women are as safe as possible. And in order to do this, we need to make sure abortion remains illegal. It remains legal. A woman's mental health can also be threatened without being able to choose whether or not she keeps the child. In some countries, abortions are completely illegal, including in cases of rape, and carrying a baby to term under the circumstances of their conception being of rape can be very emotionally straining for the mother, and we do not want to see women having mental health issues due to forcing them to carry children that they do not want. According to the Roe v. Wade case in 1973, the state has legitimate interest in seeking to it that abortion, like any other medical procedure, is performed under circumstances that ensure maximum safety for the patient. This is highly important today, as well as it was during this case. We want to make sure women are receiving the best care possible. We do not want them using these alternative methods that can be very harmful to them and even cause death. You do not want that happening to someone you care about, someone you love, or even yourself. So we need to make sure we remain open to women having a choice with what they do. Not only does making abortion legal take away the safe options, but it doesn't even mean that abortions are not happening. Putting restrictions on abortions does not stop people from getting them. Several Republican states in the United States have replaced restrictions on abortions, trying to make them more difficult to get, and some states do not have these restrictions. According to BBC's article, new website helps U.S. women self-induce abortions in April 2017, there was a website created called Self-Managed Abortions, Safe and Supported, that counseled women in the United States how to safely self-induce abortions to battle these restrictions in these Republican states. This is highly concerning, as if we completely make abortion illegal in the United States, we will only see more things like this popping up where people are looking for alternative ways to end pregnancies that they do not want in ways that are not as safe as what is available in states without these restrictions right now. Since making abortion illegal will not stop women from getting them, it is not right to make them illegal, because we are only just taking away safe options and threatening women's health. In conclusion, abortion was legalized in Roe v. Wade, which determined it was not right for the state to intervene in a woman's decision on whether or not they wanted to have a child, and this should carry over till today. Without legal abortions, women's health is at risk, and they will only seek unsafe options or be forced to carry a child to term they cannot support financially, emotionally, or it might even threaten the women's own health and safety if they carry out the full pregnancy. Since placing regulations to make receiving abortions harder is not stopping women, nor are women in developing countries where it's completely banned, they're not stopping getting them either, there's really no point on making abortion legal. If it becomes illegal, they will still continue to happen, just in very unsafe conditions, which can cause death of many women in the United States, as it does outside of the United States right now. And we want to make sure women are able to keep their rights to choose so they can stay safe and healthy. So whether it be you, your mom, your sister, an aunt, anyone who you care about, who you do not want to see have to go through something either emotionally trying or physically harmful to their health, we should all make sure that women are able to have a choice with their reproductive rights. Thank you for watching, and I hope you learned something today.